25-year-old went down to Mexico with some friends to celebrate someone's birthday. Just one day into that vacation, she turned up dead.
They had a video that went viral. The whole world seen the video, and there's been no arrest.
Even if they couldn't arrest the whole Cabo 6, some of these people should have been already in jail long time ago.
My message to them, you know, why can't y'all just go ahead and tell the truth? Why y'all up and left her?
If America isn't going to prosecute, let's let the Mexican government prosecute. Let's don't stand in the way, not one day longer.
Hi guys, welcome back to KW Lawholic. It's Kayla. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. If you're not, thank you for always returning, and we're gonna just jump straight into the case. Today's case is about 25-year-old Shanquella Bernarda Robertson, born January 9th, 1997, to Bernard Robertson and Salamandra Robertson. She's from Charlotte, North Carolina, and she attended and graduated from West Charlotte High School. After high school, she did attend Winston-Salem University, and she majored in nursing and business. Shanquella's family said that she had a light in her. They said that her smile was genuine and would light up a room whenever she walked in. Her family and friends also shared that she was very loving and super kind. They said that everyone that met her loved her. She was also known to be a very hard worker. She had two main businesses. First was that she was a child hair braider, and it was under the name Exquisite Kids. And she also was a women's fashion clothing designer and had her own clothing line called The Exquisite Boutique. On October 28th, 2022, Shanquella was going on a short trip to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico with a friend and 5 other travel companions that she knew just a little bit. The travel companions included 3 women and 3 men. After they landed in Mexico, they did stop and they went to check into their luxury rental apartment, specifically Villa Linda 32, inside of the Fundadores Beach Club subdivision. The next day, on October 29, 2022, around 2:13 p.m., a doctor was called from the American Medical Central Hospital in Cabo San Lucas. A resident was reported to be feeling unwell and needed a doctor. During that same time, Shanquella's mother had received a call from one of Shanquella's travel companions saying that her daughter was ill and that a doctor was coming to treat her. She said that she found a female in stable condition, dehydrated, disoriented, verbally unresponsive, unable to communicate, and appearing to be intoxicated. The explanation given to the doctor was from her travel companions, saying that Shanquella had just drank a little too much. The doctor had then recommended that Shanquella be taken to the hospital to get an IV drip and so they could monitor more closely. But her travel companions, and I want to specify when I say that, not friends, they refused. They said that no, she needed to be treated here at the resort apartment. But however, soon after that, Shanquella's condition worsened rapidly. Shanquella had ended up suffering from a tonic-clonic seizure, which is the stiffening of the body with the arms and the legs tightening up and you can't move them. Her seizure had happened at around 4:13 p.m., which was about an hour after the doctor arrived. From then, the doctor ended up calling an ambulance to come get her so that they could take her to the hospital. And this was around 4:20 p.m. At that time, Shanquella started having trouble breathing and her pulse was dropping rapidly. After the ambulance had arrived on scene, Shanquella had ended up suffering from a heart attack. Despite all life-saving measures, tragically, at 5:57 p.m., they clinically announced that Shanquella Robertson had passed away and was now deceased. From everything that happening and dealing with the initial investigation through the Mexican Police Department, the U.S. State Department eventually released an initial statement saying this: Mexican authorities said there is no clear evidence that Robertson was murdered. They tried to get that out there quick and alert that this was an accident and not a homicide. But on November 5th, 2022, the notarized translation version of Shanquella's death certificate was brought to attention. The autopsy report gave very crucial details and information. It says that Shanquella had to have died within 15 minutes of getting her injury. The injuries noted in the autopsy report are this: the autopsy report did not include anything concerning of a heart attack or alcohol poisoning. So things are starting not to make a lot of sense in this investigation. In an interview with ABC's Good Morning America, her mother, Salamandra Robertson, gave a statement saying her and her family were becoming extremely suspicious of what actually happened in her daughter's death. Claimed that her travel companions, every single one of them, had different and very inconsistent stories of what happened. Just a few days later, some of them admitted the truth. They said that there had been a fight and that Shanquella was fighting and that she got jumped. That helped build the skepticism that her mother and family had. Shanquella's mother, Salamandra, told ABC News that they called her and they said that, oh, your daughter is just suffering from a little bit of alcohol poisoning. And she said that that surprised her. The doctor hadn't even arrived yet, so how would they be so sure to know her medical diagnosis? Another thing she said was that she even suggested to the associates and travel companions to take her daughter to the emergency room, but they lied to her. They told her that Shanquella's travel medical insurance wasn't going to work in Mexico and that the Mexican hospital needed $5,000 in cash to treat her. An interview that started going viral with the Queen City News was when her mother told the state and condition of her daughter's body. She said that her daughter's body showed obvious signs of trauma.
But the cause of her death was due to the fight, from what we could see. And she said she didn't have a broken neck, and she also died from the swelling on the brain, but she also was beaten. So you can give me I feel that someone should have been arrested due to that.
Salamandra and the rest of Shanquella's family spent the next 2 weeks trying to convince the United States and the U.S. State Department to open an investigation and dive deeper into her daughter's death. In a statement made by Quila Long, which is Shanquella Robertson's sister, she told this about their family. The United States State Department released a statement claiming no clear evidence of foul play. Yet, there is a video circulating of a woman violently attacking Shanquella. We are beyond devastated and we will continue to fight for the truth. The video they are referring to is a video that started going viral amongst the students and on the campus of Winston-Salem University. The video, the attacker is viciously punching Shanquella. The attacker was identified as one of the travel companions named Dejanay Jackson. She is seen punching her in the head multiple times, as well as punching her across a large hotel bed, all the way to the corner of the bed. She's seen yanking her throat and throwing Shanquella onto the floor. She continued to deliver more ferocious and furious blows to Shanquella's face and body. I want to add that there were also 2 other people present when that fight was occurring. The 2 people were 2 of the males who were on the trip. One was recording the fight, and the other male was recording the other person recording the fight. In the footage, you can hear the male recording the fight saying, "Quella, can you at least fight back? At least something?" In the video, Shanquella Robinson can be heard responding no, meaning she didn't want to fight. That video was received with so much shock, disbelief, and just pure revulsion. On social media, it did help raise the question of why no one else intervened and decided to step in and stop it. No one chose or thought, hey, let me jump in and stop this naked woman from being beat brutally, but instead decided to pull out your phone and record it. It's considered November 16, 2022, when the Mexican government and the state attorney's office in Baja California SAR decide that they're going to reopen their investigation. Investigators have revisited the crime scene, and there they were able to collect more information. What they were able to find was evidence that could help determine and achieve a more accurate and clarification of the events that happened that night. And according to a local Mexican newspaper, the authorities are also investigating the actions of the doctor, the 2 police officers on scene, and the investigative state attorney for negligence, official misconduct, and dereliction of duties, meaning something has been fishy and they're not doing their jobs correctly. And on November 18th, 2022, the Charlotte field office of North Carolina affirmed themselves that they are also opening up an investigation into Shanquella Robertson's death. So now it has been over a year from the incident, and on April 12, 2023, the U.S. authorities announced that they would not be pursuing any criminal-related charges in the death of Shanquella Robertson. Why? I'm not sure. Maybe because it didn't happen on U.S. soil. It happened on Mexican soil, so the Mexican government would have to be the ones to pursue charges. On November 23rd, 2023, the Attorney General of the Baja California Sur General Office announced that they did have an arrest court order for the aggressor in the incident. They said that this person was identified to be an American and was the direct aggressor in the death of Shanquella Robertson. They issued an Interpol red alert and said this in the document. To locate the suspect in the United States and working with them, a formal extradition process proceeding to extract the suspect back to Mexico is happening. The local news in Mexico and the United States did say that a warrant was put out for the suspects in her death, but that no charges had been given to anyone and no one had been arrested yet. The media then took to that saying, why was anyone even involved in a murder investigation released? Why aren't they still being held in jail until the trial? Or at least a bond hearing to see what can happen in the case. Some of Shanquella's family did continue to say that they're going to fight for the truth. They are continuously calling for the extradition of the suspect in the case of her daughter's and her family members' murder. They want to see Dejanay Jackson in Mexico to face the charges that are brought against her and actually get justice so that she can serve time. And on October 29, 2024, Alamandra Robertson, Shanquella's mom, presented and announced that she will be filing and suing the Cabo 6. Those 6 travel companions that went with her daughter on that trip. She is suing them for, and I quote, multiple counts of wrongful death, battery, negligence, conspiracy, and emotional distress. Her mother shared that she has been facing constantly with depression, anxiety, and other mental distresses because of her daughter's death. And not only her. She says that Shanquella's sister is also facing the same thing and the rest of their family, including her father. So now I just want to share a little bit of my thoughts and just some of the statements that really stuck out to me from her family. Bernard Robertson, Shanquella's father, shared this in an interview. How could they do this to my baby? They all need to be in jail right now in Mexico. They shouldn't have been let go in the first place. He said, they attacked her. They put a hole in my heart. This was my only child. I thought she would be burying me, not me burying her. Her mother also stated this plain sentence. I need justice for my child. We should have been had justice. Even if they couldn't arrest the whole Cabo 6, some of these people should have been in jail already. A long time ago. A long time ago. And that right there just hit me so hard because it's true. It's no way that someone dies. It's proven that it's not an accident and that it's violent and everyone walks free. That is actually insane. So I do want to give my condolences to Shanquella's family. My heart is out to her father and her mother, her siblings, and the rest of her loved ones and friends, and just the people who knew her. So thank you. And if you have any comments or questions, don't feel free to drop them down below. I love you guys' comments. I love responding to them. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on KW Lawholic.